Welcome to the walkthrough of frequently made mistakes for assignment 4 in my CS 5253 course in the fall of 2022. First and foremost, make sure to run the grader and push the grade file to your GitLab repo. If you don't do this, you won't get reviews. Secondly, please make sure that you fix any of the problems that are identified when you run the grader. So let's take a look at some of the problems. Here's an example of a problem with perform crawl. This code isn't running in the common fork join pool since something important is missing here. See the specification comment above for some hints on what to do. Down here, this implementation is also not running in the common fork join pool since it's missing something important. See the specification comment above that I've included this time. And also, for some strange reason, this code is calling the join method on an object that's not a completable future. So I don't even think this code will compile, but it's certainly not correct. Let's now take a look at some of the issues with the URL crawler task class, starting with the compute method. This particular implementation is not performing step number 2 that's described in the comments that I've omitted. This is not calling the correct helper method, which means that it's calling the get page and process page methods in the wrong place. The unit tests should catch these types of mistakes, so please make sure that you check the results carefully, and of course, run the autograder. Moreover, this code is using the wrong methods here. You want to be using a different method here. So let's take another look at a problem with the process image task class. So this compute method is calling manage block or download image, which is incorrect. You need to be calling get or download image, passing the URL as the first parameter, and then a method reference to the manage block or download image method as the second parameter. Moreover, you definitely don't want to be calling create new cached item here. That's not where it belongs. Let's take a look at some problems with process page. You should be calling get page elements followed by .stream here. I agree this is probably a better way to do it, but our unit tests are currently set up to do it this way. We'll probably fix that in future classes, but for now, stick with this example and you'll pass the test. Please avoid using the verbose statement syntax here and instead refactor this code to use the Java ternary operator, which is much cleaner and more concise. Taking a look at the sum results method, please use a method reference here instead of a lambda expression. And also please use map to int instead of map. And when you do that, you can replace the use of reduce sum with just sum. Continuing with process image task issues, down here, this is calling the wrong method as we'd seen before. Don't be calling manage block or download image directly. Instead, call get or download image and pass the manage blocker download image method reference to it as the second parameter. And also don't be calling create new cache item here. It doesn't belong here. It goes below. In the count transforms method, you should be using filter here, not map, and then make sure you filter out unsuccessful transform operations. And then finally, another problem with count transformations, please make the call to map and replace the call to map with a single call to filter. And again, these two comments are actually very similar. You don't need to have two calls here. You can just do one call to filter and then take the result of join and then check to see whether it's null or not. And that'll give you the Boolean predicate that you need in order for filter to work properly. So those are the issues that I saw with assignment 4. A number of people didn't push the grade file, so I didn't review your code. Make sure you do that in other courses henceforth.